I didn't really get your name. I don't. Young man, your assumptions are wrong. Your whole premise is wrong when you're making a video suggesting that I'm some sort of advocate for Seventh Day Adventists. The purpose of me making my video is because I was just refuting some claims that Kingdom Mentality was saying, as far as him saying that the Seventh Day Adventists are being deceptive, particularly when they say that Jesus Christ is the archangel. And one of the reasons why he based his whole pers- premise that the Seventh Day Adventists are being deceptive on one word: secret or wonderful. And he goes into the story where this couple met, was talking about an angel, and the couple asked the angel, I think it's in the book of Judges, who the angel was. And the angel basically said, well, don't you know who I am? My name is the Wonderful, or my name is the Secret One. And Kingdom Mentality is saying that the King James Version says the word secret, but the Seventh Day Adventists switched the word to wonderful. So, just for argument's sake, I just wanted to examine both premises. The Seventh Day Adventist saying that Jesus Christ is the archangel, and Kingdom Mentality saying that the Seventh Day Adventist was being deceptive. Just for argument's sake, not that I'm an advocate for Seventh Day Adventists. I'm just an advocate for truth. So when I did my research, what I found was that Seventh Day Adventists were not being deceptive because the word secret and the word wonderful are synonymous with each other. They're basically one and the same. And if you do any research, you will find that Jesus is known by many names, one of them being secret and one of them being wonderful, among other names. So, as far as you accusing Seventh Day Adventists of being deceptive based on a word that you think they switch, that was what my whole argument was about. You can't come on here accusing people of being deceptive as if you have exclusive rights to the truth, particularly when you're not even offering any evidence to refute what they refute their claims. You didn't offer not one scripture. I'm talking about Kingdom Mentality. Now, you young man, you get on here and make a challenge to me for me to disprove certain points that you made, as far as basically proving Ellen G. White is not a false prophet, or proving you wrong whether or not Seventh Day Adventists used the wrong Bible, or the clear Blue Book Bible, or whatever. You're making all of these claims that you want me to disprove, which it means it means no difference to me one way or the other. The claims that you were making, because I didn't make any claims in my video that Ellen G. White was a true prophet or not. I just was arguing against Kingdom Mentality's point for the sake of argument. But if you want me to disprove some of the things that you said, as far as Jesus not being God, I can make an argument to prove that he is, and I can make an argument to prove that he's not. So I'm not really here to prove or disprove anything. I can make an argument to prove you wrong on all points that you made. If you, well, I assume you want me to, I can. But right now, this is not the time for it. I just want to explain to you that it's a moot point for you to come on here and ask me to prove something when I wasn't even arguing against the points that you want me to disprove. But if you want me to, I will in due time. Another point that you made, you said something about the the Muslims that they can't even count. Well, when Europe was in the Dark Ages, if you read your history, there was a time when Europe fell into darkness where basically 99.9% of the people in Europe was illiterate. And most of the people around the world was illiterate also, but Europe fell into a dark ages. It was black Muslims who were called Moors that taught Europe advanced mathematics. They taught Europe advanced science. They taught Europe how to bring running water down into the mountains and pipe it into the houses. They taught Europe how to use the cool water from the mountains into the floral banks to cool their houses, a form of air conditioning. It was the Moors who established libraries and universities into Europe. It was the Moors, Muslims, who civilized Europe when they were in the Dark Ages. So that's so you make erroneous statements here. Most of the statements that you made in your video are erroneous, and you even contradict yourself because at first you said you agreed with my point when I argued against kingdom mentality about him calling the Seventh Day Adventists deceptive. You agreed with my point. You sent me an email agreeing with my point. You even mentioned in here. At first, you agree with my point, and then you go on to argue against my point in a later video. To me, it seems like you're sort of confused. I think you you have your issues mixed up. So I'll listen to your video again, and I will. I'm not going to say obviously I can't disprove that Ellen I can't prove that Ellen G. White is alive and that the awakening happened. But I never said that Ellen G. White was a true prophet. I never said that she was gonna be caught up in the awakening. I never said that. So why should I have to prove that? So again, find something that you think that I said or that you think that I'm an advocate for, and then tell me to prove my point. Because the things that you want me to disprove, I might even agree with you on some of them. So why should I try to disprove something that I might agree with you on? So I got a challenge to you. Prove to me that Jesus Christ is not God. You can't do it. Nobody can prove that he is God, and nobody can prove that he isn't God. And with that, I'll leave. Peace.